have daylight savings time, so they were thinking it was an hour ago, but it's okay. We'll be good.
Okay, so I think that they can unmute themselves. Let's see here. Uh, well,
And you can start off. I'll kind of introduce you, and then maybe Jacques and Marie can just end it with a little giveaway because
okay,
I know
perfect,
I'm going to kind of go through the questions, so we'll all be muted
perfect.
anyway.
Okay, well, cool, man. Well, whenever you're ready, it looks like we have about 25 people in here right now. And I'll
James?
continue to watch. Yes, sir. Hey,
Hi, it's Jacques here. How are you?
I'm really well. How are you doing?
Cool, man. It's so cool to have you on our Zoom. Well, it's your Zoom, but yeah.
No, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. What part of South Africa are you from?
I'm actually in Clanwilliam in the Cape
Okay.
region, about 2 hours away from Cape Town. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, I love
Yeah.
South Africa. I spent a ton of time there in
Oh yeah.
2016, so it's a great country. I really like it.
Hey,
Oh,
James.
awesome, man. Awesome.
Jacques got teams all over Africa. So we've got Zambia, we've got
Awesome.
over everywhere. Nigeria's on here, Ghana.
So
Yeah, we're hoping that New Zealand can jump in as well, but it was a little bit early for them. I think it's about 6 a.m. in the morning there. So yeah, yeah. But no, we building. We're so hyped about L3 coming, and it's been awesome. Yeah. So thanks for that, man.
Yeah, man, we're ready for it as well. I really thought it was going to be this last week, at least the end of the week. But we wanted to test it 100%. Had a couple technical
Oh,
issues like from our programming team, but like it's 100% done. So we'll talk about that. I know that's one of the questions. I'll kind of update you guys
yeah.
on that. So Larry,
Awesome.
do you want to take it and do the introductions, and then I'll get rolling on these questions if that's cool with y'all. I have a list of the questions, and I think
Yes, I know you've got a call right after. First, I'll open it up and throw it to you, James. And if you just go over the questions and read them and answer them, we'll kind of do a little, maybe a Q&A at the end, and they're going to give away a prize at the end.
perfect.
Okay. Awesome, guys. So first of all, I just want to welcome everybody. Again, this is Larry Lane. I'm in Burbank, California. And I know we've got teams from all over Africa. So we want to welcome everybody. I'm not sure exactly what time it is over there. But we've got a good team here. I know Jacques, Marie. There's a lot of great leaders here. And we're excited to be here today. So we've got James Ward, our owner and founder of Lionshare. He's going to go over about 10 questions that we came up with. And then at the end, if you have a question, just please put it in the chat room. So James Ward, take it away. Thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to be here, Jacques. Thank you so much for having me, and all the leaders that are here today. It's an honor to come out and be able to support you. I've known Larry, I think, since 2009, the end of 2009, and he's a phenomenal leader. Always puts me in contact with the best of the best. So I know that I'm in the right place here this morning. I apologize for the time change. Larry and I didn't even think about that, but I'm glad everyone will still be able to make it out. And we are recording it, so we'll make sure to get you guys a copy of this recording as well. So if you want to be able to share that with your team. But as I said, I have a list of questions here that you guys proposed to me as far as like going through different things. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to read the question, each one of these questions out loud, so everybody knows exactly what I'm asking or answering. And then hopefully I'll be able to give you guys enough details that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's get started here. The very first question that was asked is, could you please explain the difference between L1 and L2 follow me matrix system and the L3 follow me matrix system? So just to be clear, the L1 is a 1x3 follow me system, right? So it's basically based on just your efforts, right? Whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it on the L1. And, for me personally, I think that that's important to any business. I know that especially in this current industry, like people are always looking, to not do any work sometimes, right? And be able to earn. But the L1 is designed for you to take ownership of your business, be able to earn from that. Okay. So that's just one option. The L2, which is really where we start to be able to work with our teammates around us with the 2x2 follow me system. It's really built for you to be able to work with your personals, right? The people that you've personally referred in there and others around you to be able to create this momentum. Now, the great thing about the 2x2 is that, unlike the 1x3, the 1x3 is, like I said, it's all about you. Where the 2x2, it creates this team environment where you can start to work together and people can start to earn income without having to do all the work on their own, right? And that's what really people want in network marketing. Now, the follow me system, you guys have to understand one thing. It's the number one, I don't want to say it's the number one thing, but it's one of the number one things that differentiate us from any other smart contract out there, because most smart contracts right now, they're pass up systems, right? So what that means is you technically lose the majority of your people that you put in. So some of the biggest smart contracts out there that y'all for sure know who they are, when you start building a 2x2 matrix with their system, a lot of times you're giving away about 60% of the people that you personally refer. And that's not the way it works here. Anyone that you start with your business inside of Lionshare, like you personally refer them, they will always stay with you inside Lionshare and follow you from each and every matrix in that 2x2. And if you understand the power of that, and I know Larry would tell you as well, because we actually had the very first company that we worked together was a 2x2 matrix, and he absolutely crushed it. Once you get that thing going, and if you surround yourself with the right people, it can really create some massive momentum. Now, in regards to the L3, okay, the L3 is not a matrix. And I think that there might be some confusion out there as to, tell us about when people start saying, tell us about the follow me matrix on an L3, it's not a matrix at all. So, I don't know how educated everybody is on compensation plans on this call, but what the L3 is it's a unilevel, okay? And basically another way to say this, it's the opportunity for you to be able to earn on 15 different levels inside of your business. Now, this is very important because with the 1x3, it's all about your personal efforts. With the 2x2, you get to work with people, but it can only go so deep, right? There's going to be many people that you work with that you don't actually earn from, but you still want to help them, right? Because they're on your team. What the L3 has done is it's created this way that you can actually work with people worldwide. And you know that then when they have success, you're going to have success because you get paid 15 levels deep. Now, we have some really good presentations on that on YouTube. So I'm not going to go all the way through the numbers and things like that. But what I can tell you, and I'm sure that all the leaders would agree, what the L3 is going to do for us and what it's going to change the game is that it's going to give people a place to call home here at Lionshare. What happens in most comp plans, as you guys know, is they start to stall, right? Because people can only refer so many people. They start to stall, and then you have to start looking for another business. I bet, you guys have seen that happen in other companies or other smart contracts. What the L3 is going to do is it's going to solve that, where you can actually have a home. You can come and work here and know that you can be able to earn to your potential and also help people around the globe, without it, taking your time and you not being able to earn from it. So that's the number one answer. And it kind of leads us into the number two question. And the number two question is, can you explain the L3 compensation plan? And the answer is yes, I can. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can actually bring up a slide here. I know this is kind of on the fly, but I'm going to do my best to find this slide here to show you, because it'll allow me to kind of put in perspective what the L3 is all about for you. Instead of just using my words, you can actually see a slide here. And some of you have probably already seen this slide, but it's a really good example of what the potential is inside of the L3. So give me 1 second. I'm bringing this up here. My computer is going a little bit slow, so I apologize, but I'll be with you in 1 second here. Okay, here it comes. Man, my internet is slow today for some reason, so I apologize. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. Give me just 1 second. Okay, everyone should be able to see my screen right now. And I'm not going to go through every one of these slides just for the sake of time, but I do want you to see, at least the main slides to show you what what the L3 is all about. And I want to start with the price points. Again, I bet some of you have seen this, but the price points on L3 are exactly like the price points on L1 and L2. Okay, so we do have 16 different packages that you can choose from. Choose being the key word. They're completely optional. You can join all of them. You could join one of them. That's going to be completely up to you as far as the way that you work your business. But you can see the prices start at 100 Tron, which is what, like $2.50 in US dollars, and go all the way up to 25,000 Tron. Okay. But what I really want to show you is how this compensation plan really works. Okay. And what it can mean to you as far as being able to earn income. So what you're looking at on this slide, I think this is probably the most important slide that you're going to look at. On the left side here, where it says L3 compensation plan, you can see it says level 1 to all the way to level 15. Another word that you could use there that some of you might want to use or be more familiar with is generation. So like, generation 1, generation 2, it's the same exact thing. I've had that question a lot. That's why I mentioned it. On the right side, it's the percentage that you're going to earn when someone joins at this generation or this level inside of your business. So the way that it works is if you go out there and you personally start referring people into the L3, anyone that you personally refer in the package that you own, right? So if I own all 16 packages, I can refer to all 16 packages and be able to earn. Anyone I personally refer, I'm immediately going to receive a 20% commission. That is your level 1. That's considered level 1. Now, when those people that I personally referred go out there and start referring people, that's going to be my level 2, right? So my level 2, I'm going to earn 10%. And then it just keeps going. The next level would be 10% as well. And then generations are levels 4 through 15. It's going to be 5% on every single level. So very straightforward, very easy to understand. The biggest question we get is, well, James, if I don't own a package and someone on my team buys a package above me, what happens? That's always the number one question. Well, this is not like a matrix where someone can come back and follow you. Okay. So if someone does go past you, let's say that you buy the first 10 packages and you don't buy the full 16, you refer someone that comes in and buys all 16 packages. What's going to happen is on those 6 packages that you do not own, the system will automatically look for the next person in line that owns those packages. Okay. So you'll get paid on the first 10, but the next 6 that you don't own, you won't get paid on. Okay. So that's just the way it works. It's kind of like the matrix. The matrix works the same way. The only difference is the matrix gives you, these people can come back to you inside the unilevel. They will not come back because it's not a matrix like that. Okay. So very, very simple to understand. I want to show you just really one quick mathematical example, and then we're going to move on to the next question for the sake of time. All right. What this is illustrating on this slide is just the power of 3. I don't know how you guys are training or how you're building the business, but the way that we have taught people inside of Lionshare is to either use, the power of 3 or sometimes the power of 6, depending on, how many people that you feel like you can personally go out there and refer. And the reason why is because of the follow me system. If you can get 3 people to follow you all the way through all the matrices, the income potential gets to just be outrageous. So what you're looking at right here, though, is you're looking at the power of 3 on the unilevel. So on this first one right here, you go out there and personally refer 3 people. And this is only at the 100 Tron level. So that very first package, all right, these are the numbers we're looking at for the very first package. You go out there, you refer 3 people. All 3 of those people pay 100 Tron, right? Because that's the package price. You're going to earn 20%. So 3 people times 100 equals 300 Tron, right? And 300 Tron times 20% equals 60 Tron paid to you, right? So that's the way it works. Now you can do the math all the way down, but I say this all the time. I almost don't even like to share these slides because the numbers get to be outrageous. I mean, if you just get to the let's just say you get to this level, I think this is the 10th level, you got 59,000 people on your team just with the power of 3, only paying 100 Tron. you can see that that is a massive amount of income for you at 295,000 Tron, right? So the numbers get to be insane at some point, and it's just important for you to be able to understand the power of this and the power that you guys are going to be able to have by letting your team work together. So I'm going to stop sharing this right now, actually, because I want to get, let's see here. Hold on one second. Well, I say I'm going to stop sharing it. Let me get this thing back up here. Uh-oh. Now I've really got technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, so that is the L3 compensation plan in a nutshell. Like I said, we already have some videos and stuff out there that you can take a look at that will explain it in more detail, but that's exactly the way it works. All right, so we're going to go on to question number 3. And question number 3 is, will the buy bundle button upgrade L1, L2, and L3? And if not, how come it will not do it? So the answer is no. All right. The bundle buy will not be able to work on L1 and L2 and L3. Right now it works on L1 and L2. And I know it would be great to include that L3, right? It would make business a lot easier to be able to manage. But here's the deal. The L3 is going to be its own smart contract. Okay. Even though it's attached to our current smart contract, it will be its own smart contract. So that's important to understand. That's why the bulk buy would not be able to work inside of that. So I think that that's clear on that answer. Number 4, how would the L3 affect the current build strategy of L1 and L2? So in other words, I mean, here we are, we're building our L1 and our L2 business. How does it affect it? Well, I just showed you what I think is a very effective strategy. I usually, truthfully though, I usually leave this to the leader. So I would usually go to Larry and say, hey, Larry, you want to show these folks how to build their business, because he's an expert with matrices, right? He knows exactly how it works, and also with pretty much every other comp plan. So he would know how to build it from a unilevel. From my perspective, what I would tell people to do, if you're asking me, is I still like the power of 3. Right? I like the opportunity to at least refer 3 people. If you can refer more, that's even better, but work with them and help them replicate exactly what you do. You see, and that's my belief. I believe that people usually do what you do, or they try to do what you do. So, if you're coming in and, tippy-toeing into it and not really putting the work in, the people that you attract, or the people that you actually sign up, are probably going to do the same thing. So just keep that in mind. You want to surround yourself with great people, and the leaders here to help you out with that. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on strategy. It's just my opinion. My opinion is that you have to put the effort in on your own as well. And then it creates this team environment to really crush this thing. And I know some of you guys have probably seen that with the L2, where if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, all of a sudden the spillover starts to happen for people. If nobody's doing what they're supposed to do, then nobody gets it, right? So it's important to take ownership of your business from that side, in my opinion. So we're going to go on to question number 5. Could you please touch on the best build strategy? Well, we just did that. Okay, so maybe we're on to number 6. Number 6 is this. Is it a good idea to place new recruits under members of your front line to help them build? So I think what this question is asking me is, do I like the strategy of actually giving people away to help people build their business? I think that's what that question indicates. I will tell you, from my personal experience, I think that that's a bad idea. Not that I don't want you to help people out. There's in some circumstances, it's good to help people out. But in other circumstances, the way that a 2x2 matrix works, where you have people follow you, I think it's important that you keep your people with you. But here again, this boils down to a philosophy, right? What my philosophy is versus your philosophy. Your philosophy may be that you want to give people, away, and you want there to be, as much even income earning as possible. I don't know what your strategy is, so it's hard for me to answer that. I would tell you, me personally, I would not be inclined to be giving my people away, just because I don't think it makes financial sense. Because let me give it to you this way. Let's just say that I'm working with Larry and I decide to give Larry a person because he's struggling or whatever. We're trying to get him excited about the business. I give him some people. Well, when Larry, if he quits or if he decides to go to another company or anything like that, those people are gone forever, right? I mean, I can never get them back. And so, well, there's no sponsor changes. This is not anything like that. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's important to work with your people and support them. And if everybody does that, you don't need to give anyone away. This can be a duplicatable system if it's properly trained, in my opinion. All right, number 7. I've noticed that the team members are having difficulty upgrading slot from slot for quite a while. Not but not using the buy button works, or the bundle buy works fine. Will this get fixed in the future? So I think what that's referring to is I know that there's been some challenges with some people using the bundle buy. Now, what we look at anytime we have an issue like this, we start to look at, well, what technology are they using? Okay, are they using a cell phone? Are they using a computer? If so, what wallet are they using? Are they using Tron Link? Are they using Tron Wallet? How is that process happening? And what we've noticed is this. Okay, for people that are using a computer, very rarely do they have any issues whatsoever. Now, I've spent a lot of time in Africa and that part of the world, and I know that 99% of people have phones, right? But very few people actually have computers. Some do, but it's few and far between when you're dealing with those type of populations. Not everybody has computers. So what I would encourage you to do is this. The error that you're seeing is actually coming from Tron Link wallet itself or one of the wallets. It's not generated by Lionshare. However, we have the programmers are aware of this. We're working to see if there's some type of solution that we can share with people, or some type of training that we can give people to help avoid this. In other parts, we don't seem to be having that issue. Most of the issues are coming from people who are using mobile devices, using TronLink or TronLink Pro, and trying to buy a bundle. That's where the issue lies. So for right now, if you have new people, especially that are going out there and trying to buy packages, I would encourage them just to you do it individually. I know it takes more time, but I want you to think about this, especially if you're a new person. If you get in there and you start trying to bulk buy on your phone and you're running into these issues, it's hard enough to get people to say yes, right? So once they say yes, if they get in here and they're frustrated, that causes problems. So since we know that there are some issues with that bulk buy using our mobile devices, my advice is make sure to just tell people, don't even train them on that. Train them on buying it individually. We're talking about a 5-minute difference, right? It's not that big of a deal. So I would encourage them to do that while we're working for looking for a solution on our side, or at least a training that we can provide people. My advice is, so people don't get frustrated, make sure they're buying them individually. Okay. All right. Number 8. What is the longevity of Lionshare Tron program? Well, that's a great question that I get a ton. And, usually when you ask any type of company owner or anything like that, what they always say to you is, it's going to last forever, right? I'm sure some of you guys have heard that. And we all know usually things don't last forever, right? So I'm not going to get up here and act like that. But here's what I'm going to tell you that really differentiates Lionshare from other what would be considered companies in this industry. Since it is on a smart contract and it has been placed on the blockchain, it can never be removed from the blockchain. Okay, so as far as the smart contract is concerned, it can always operate. Even if our website went away and you had no website and you had no back office, people could technically still work our smart contract and still get paid on the smart contract. That is the beauty of a smart contract. Once it's placed on there, no one can remove it, no one can alter it, no one can mess with it, right? So that is a huge benefit to you. Now, our intention obviously is to have this last as long as we possibly can. And when I talk about making it last, I'm talking about the momentum and the excitement and the income that can be created from it. I'm not talking about, hey, is this company going to go bankrupt, or are they going to stop paying? Remember, you don't deal with any of those issues inside of a smart contract. So a lot of companies, you're like, are they going to be able to pay their commissions? We know that you're going to get paid your commissions, right? Because it's peer to peer. We don't have to worry about any of that. So the bottom line is that we have a 5-year plan in place for Lion's Share. And, when we look at the opportunities in the cryptocurrency space, we're constantly looking to be ahead of everybody else and be the best of the best, right? We consider ourselves the king of smart contracts. Now, the only way to do that is to be ahead of the curve. Now, we have some unbelievable stuff that is lined up inside of Lion's Share that I can assure you is going to differentiate us from anybody else in this market. I can't share everything with you, but what I can tell you is that we definitely have a plan in place. The longevity of Lion's Share is definitely here. There's always things out of our control, but the things that we can control, we will control and continue to move forward and give you guys everything that you need. It may not be Tron, right? There might be another cryptocurrency or something in the future that we have an opportunity to offer where you can keep your team together. So there's a lot of different things that we can do. Now that I'm talking about the future, I'm not talking about tomorrow. So just know, but the opportunity is definitely there for us. All right, number 9. Would there be any other comp plans we can look forward to after the L3? Well, one thing I can guarantee you about Lion's Share, and I kind of just answered it, is you're not going to see us just sitting, right? I mean, I think we've proven that, right? I mean, we launched the Tron project not even a month ago. We've already got L3 coming, right? So as you can see, we're not going to be sitting still. Now, at the same time, I'm a real big believer of simplicity, and I don't want to complicate things too much, right? So we're not going to have like 50 different comp plans inside of a Tron project or something like that. We want to create an environment that people can stay, people can earn, and people can want to build here, knowing that they can't get hurt, knowing that the smart contract's not going to go away, knowing that they have the support that they need. So that's a long answer to say, yes, absolutely. We have more things that are up our sleeves, to say it that way. We have some big surprises coming. And Larry knows a little bit about some of these, just a tad bit of what we got going on. And I'm sure he would agree with you that some of the stuff we're working on is going to be, it's just going to be game over as far as the separation between us and anybody else. I'll just put it that way. All right. Number 10, the number 10 question. What is the difference and what are the benefits of Lion's Share in comparison to other smart contract programs out there? So good question. Well, I'm going to start it off by saying, I don't personally bash any other smart contract out there. I could, right? I mean, I know enough about it that I definitely could, but it's just not it's not worth it to start a war, right? And I know that's not the question. I just like putting that out there because, oftentimes you see leaders just sitting there smacking other people in the face. We don't need to do that. We don't have to do that. I think that our system, what we've done, proves itself, right? So what separates us? Well, number one, our technology definitely separates us from anybody else out there. If you look at 99.9% of the smart contracts that are coming out, they are all the same exact thing, the same exact code, literally to the point where they have just copied the code off other people and done it that way. Okay, we built our code from the ground up. Our back office, I mean, I don't think anyone could argue that our back office is second to none, right? I mean, it's phenomenal. They did an amazing job. I think our design team did an amazing job. But what we have done differently when it comes to the technology that really matters is what we've been able to do inside of the smart contract. You see, we gave ourselves the ability to do a few things that no one else can do. Our contract is 100% verified, right? So it's secured, but we gave ourselves the ability to adjust the pricing on our packages. So imagine if Tron goes up to $1. It's at 2 cents right now, right? So what if it went to $1? What would that do to our ability for people to earn in different countries around the world where, $6 or $7, whatever it costs to join? That's all they have, right? If it went to $1, it would multiply our prices by what, 20, 30 times. We can't have that happen. So we have the ability to keep our prices where we want them to stay. So if Tron rises in price dramatically, we can lower those down. We also have the ability to add more packages, right? We have 16 packages on each level. If we wanted to have 100 packages on each level, we could absolutely do that. Now, with that, it kind of leads me to my next point. We want to have value with anything that we add, okay? We're not trying to be a crowdfunding company or smart contract because I think that you're kind of selling air at that point. So we want to make sure that we're giving value. Anything that we come out with, that there's value that's being added. So that is the deal with Lionshare that separates us in some of those aspects. The other thing, and by the way, this includes our Ethereum contract as well. I mean, we're talking about Tron, but our Ethereum contract, same exact thing. I mean, we have the ability to adjust prices and several of those things. So there's a real key difference. The other one that I'm going to mention here, and then we're going to move on to the next question, is our ability to add stuff to it. The fact that we could add the L3 to it. What we did is we left it open to add other smart contracts. We didn't leave it open to be able to change the comp plan. We can't do that. We can't remove people. We can't do any of those things. All those things are still there to protect you. But like the L3, if we had not done this, if we didn't have the foresight to know that we wanted to add some other comp plans and add some other things to it, we would have left it like everybody else. This gave us the ability to add it and include it. The last thing I'll mention is our systems are inclusive of one another, meaning that it doesn't matter if you're working our Ethereum contract, our Tron contract, L1, L2, L3, you're going to have one universal link to market all of those, right? So that's an amazing thing. Most of the time you have several different links, and although we have different links, you can do it that way. We've created this process that you can use one link to sign up everything. So it's a really, really important aspect of our business as well. So I think technology is the biggest difference from that standpoint. The last thing I want to say is the leadership and the people that we've been able to attract. I mean, we have an unbelievable community here. So if there's anything that separates us apart, it's the people, and the excitement, everyone working towards this same goal and seeing the power of Lionshare. So that's what differentiates us. Are there any copycat scam programs out there that we should be aware of, that we should be cautious of? So here's the deal. I mean, I'm not going to mention any specific names. And truthfully, I mean, I'm kind of out of it. I know these things are popping up everywhere, but I don't, and I get messages all the time. I really just kind of ignore it unless it's something that I really want to understand what they're doing. If I could tell you to be careful of anything, it would be careful of the projects that say that they're giving you some type of rate of return for doing nothing if there's not proof behind it. So let me give you an example. If someone says, hey, come and join this Tron project or this Ethereum project or this Bitcoin project, we're going to pay you this amount of percentage every single day. You don't have to do anything. You just show up, put your money here, and you're just going to make money. Now, when I say it that way, does that sound like that's realistic? No, it doesn't, because it's not, right? Those companies are designed to go out of business. If you're going to deal with that type of platform, there has to be proof behind it. So there has to be proof of trading. There has to be proof of something that is generating those type of numbers that can give people a kickback. If not, then you are guaranteed that company, I don't care if it's a smart contract or not, it will eventually go out of business, right? Because at that point, you're just trading money. So if I could give anyone any advice, stay clear of anything that you do not know is real when it comes to those type of things. I'm sure some of you are like, man, I can't believe he's saying that. I'm just trying to save your team, right? Because someone's going to get hurt eventually. So let's just avoid that by avoiding the scams. Other than that, I give credit to every other smart contract who's done a good job. There's some that have done phenomenal out there. I say phenomenal. They've done good as far as their marketing is concerned. I still feel like when it comes down to it, we're the best of the best. But man, I'm biased. Of course, I'm going to say that. So anyway, with that being said, that concludes all of the questions that you guys sent me. Jacques and Larry, I'm going to give it back to you guys. And if there's other questions that maybe I didn't answer, I'd be more than happy to answer those. But I'm going to hand it back to y'all.
Hey, James, thank you so much. Jacques, did you have any questions, or did anybody write any questions?
Yeah, look. I think we worked very hard on those questions. that sort of covers everything. Can we just unmute Almery quickly?
Yes.
Almery is a radio station manager and a disc jockey. So she does our presentations for us. She also, James, just quickly one question. We spoke about it the other night. And obviously in South Africa, there's Afrikaans and there's some of the native languages and everything. We would like to do presentations, but we'd like to run it past you first I don't know if you want to add it to the YouTube if we do them, just to check them out and everything. And if you want to add them to your YouTube channel, then we can do that for you.
Absolutely. I mean, we are looking for people, you know, that can step up like that in different languages, because even though we've been able to translate a lot of things, you know, to have a presentation done like that in, you know, in Zulu or whatever it is language that you're talking about, like that is a big thing.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Omri's dad is actually his first. What was his first language? Omri, it's actually quite a funny story. What was that? What was his first language when he was a little boy?
Awesome.
I'm familiar with it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Omri, nice to see you, and nice to see you back. We're happy to have you back. And yeah, so look, guys. Any questions? I see in the chat, James, that we can only send private message to you. Is it possible to change that?
Let me see here.
Check the setting over there, because we're going to do, guys. We're going to bless.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so you guys, I want you all to open your chat, okay? Almari, can you get a pen and paper ready? You're gonna have to quickly write them down. And we're just quickly we're gonna give a Tron giveaway for you to pay it forward to somebody that you think is gonna build in your business, okay? So we're gonna give 200 Tron to 20 people that will pay it forward to somebody joining your business, okay? Just to help you out to build your business, okay? And guys, please do not use it for yourself. Try and pay it forward, or not try and pay it forward, pay it forward, okay? So guys, what I want you to do is I want you all to open your chats, okay? The chat, the Zoom chat. And I want you to set it to everyone, okay? Make sure it doesn't say privately to James, because otherwise I won't be able to see if you guys have won or not, all right? So we're going to play a little game over here. Now I'm going to put something in that chat, and I want you guys to get ready. I want your hands by your keyboards. And if I'm going to put something in the chat, the first 20 people that writes exactly the same as me will win 200 Tron straight into your wallet. Okay. So guys, I'm just going to give you guys a second. Are you guys ready? I'm just going to go. Okay, guys, are you guys ready? I see everybody's ready. Okay, stop typing in the chat. Stop typing in the chat. Everybody stop typing in the chat. Okay, Omri, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, stop typing. Okay, here it comes. 3, 2, 1. First 20. Okay, I think we've got our 20 there. Omri, can you quickly write that first 20 down? And guys, listen, you have to, Omri, if you can just put your number there, if they can just send you their wallet addresses, and then you can send it to me. That'll be great. James, yeah, I think we try and make it a lot of fun. Lionshare is probably the best program that I've ever built. I must say, the thing is, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's such an easy program if people can just wrap their head around. Just follow me. Just let's make it train and let's follow each other. I mean, it's the simplest thing in the world. So just before the call, I thought I wasn't going to make it. I had 4 people quickly rushing to my house, and they all quickly signed up. And they're going to go out and fetch. Apparently, they're going to fetch hundreds of people. So the thing is, well, I'll let you know. I'll let Larry know if that's going to pan out. But yeah, I must say that I'm really enjoying Lionshare, and it's already amazing money. Amazing money. There's just on L1 and L2, and L3 is just changing the game completely. It's incredible. I mean, I get goosebumps every time I train it to my team and I show them. I tell them every night I'm getting goosebumps and everything, because it just gets bigger and bigger, and it's just endless, Other programs always always stop you, they cap you somewhere. I mean, after this point, sorry guys, you can't earn anymore. You know, in Lionshare, James, I always go back to when you always tell them, you know, when you said you built this program to bless everyone. And the thing is, that's absolutely a fact, you know, and yeah, just a wonderful program. So well done.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm excited to be here. Like I said, this is a cool little drawing that you have here. I think that that's a great idea. I would like to try this with like 1,000 people on a call, see how many people we could get to answer. But I was going to mention one thing. You know, I want to make sure that y'all are all following our Telegram, like our main Telegram. I made an announcement last night. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we're doing a special, basically a little bit of a Tron giveaway of our own. But it's all about making a video. I don't know if you guys saw that. Jock, did you see that? Did you see the message?
I did see it. I did see it. Yes, I was going to actually on tonight's presentation, but obviously tonight's with you. But I'm glad you actually brought that up. So yes, take it away.
Well, I just put our main Telegram channel in there. Basically, you know, we're doing a internal contest. We're looking for help. Since this is the people's contract, we're wanting you to be able to participate in our marketing. So we sent out a message last night basically saying that, hey, we're going to take, you know, all these videos, they 30 seconds, and you can check out the Telegram to get all the specifics, but we're looking like for a 30-second video from people from all around the world. So if you want to say it in your language, you know, if you want to hold your flag, if you want it to be you and your team, we're looking for the most clever videos. And what we're going to do is, if you can imagine, we're going to have all these mapped together of people saying, hey, welcome to Lionshare, the king of smart contracts, right? And we're going to have hundreds of these. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. Whatever the top 5 are, we're going to pick those out from a partnership standpoint. We're going to be giving away some Tron to those people. So it should be an amazing thing. And you have a really good chance of seeing your face on some of our marketing material. So, you know, when you're showing this to people, that can be a real, you know, a real leveraging point. Like if you're on that marketing video, they automatically think you're a leader, right? So make sure to get out there and make those videos. It's easy to do. 30 seconds, do it on your phone. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to do it on anything but their phone. And when you go to that Telegram, you can see exactly where you need to send that video. Okay. So I put that in there like probably 12 hours ago.
Hey, James, I know you got we really appreciate your time so much for being here, and thank you for bringing Lionshare to everybody. So we're excited.
No, Larry, thank you so much for inviting me. Jacques, El-Marie, thank you all so much. And all the leaders, you know, in Africa and worldwide that are here, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come out and speak. And I look forward to seeing what this team's going to do. So if y'all need anything, Larry and I talk almost every single day. So if y'all need something, just get with Larry. He has direct access to me, and I'll do anything I can to help y'all out.
Awesome, James.
That's absolutely awesome.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Everybody have James.
Bye.
Have a great evening. All right.
Bye.
Well, great day. Cheers, man. Bye. Bye.